Class we have learned about the triangle law of vectors addition and parallelogram law of vectors addition. So in this class let us learn about the polygon law of vectors addition. So this law states that if a number of vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction by the side of the polygon taken in the same order, then the resultant vector represented both in magnitude and direction by the closing side of a polygon taken in opposite order. So this is the polygon law of vectors addition. So let us try to understand how this polygon law of vectors addition works. So now let's suppose you have a vectors. So let this be a vector A. So you have vector A and vector B, vector C, vector D and vector E. So you have 5 different vectors which are represented both in magnitude and in direction. Now how to find the resultant vector of this or of these many different vectors? So in order to find that we use the polygon law of vectors addition. So to have or to use the polygon law, you have to redraw this all vectors to form the polygon. So you have how many vectors? You have 5 vectors: vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D, vector E. So now let us find the resultant vector of these vectors. So to find the resultant vectors, so we have to draw the vectors in a order. Let's suppose AB forms the vector A, and now so from here you have the vector B, you have vector C, vector D, vector E. So B, C, D, E. So you have all the vectors which are joined or which are drawn in a particular order. So if you see here, the tail of the vector B is coinciding with the head of the vector A, and here again the tail of the vector C is coinciding with the head of the vector B. So let us give this as C point, D, E, and you have F. Now to find the resultant of these vectors, you have to draw the resultant vector from the tail of A to the head of F. So this vector is a resultant vector and it is denoted by R. So AF vector here is the resultant vector of all these vectors. So all the vectors are drawn in a particular order. So vector A here, vector B, vector C, vector D, vector E, and R here forms the resultant vector. So basically you have 5 vectors which are in different directions. So all these 5 vectors are arranged in a order to find the resultant vector. So the resultant R of these vectors is represented by AF. So vector AF gives the resultant vector of all these vectors. So next, join this AC point. So if you join AC, what you will get? You will get a triangle ABC. So first point So that is proof. So proof of the law. Now in this, first is join AC. So this we have joined here. So by applying the triangle law of vectors addition on the triangle ABC, what we will get? AC will be equals to AB plus BC. So what we will get? AC is equals to AB plus BC. So this we know in a vector form. AB is vector A plus BC is what? That is B vector. So now AC here is the A plus B vector. So AC line has got the value A plus B. Now join the AD line. So again you have the another triangle ACD. So ACD forms the triangle wherein you know the AC and DC value. So now let us find what is AD or the resultant vector of AC and AD vectors. So again you have to use the triangle law of vectors addition on the triangle. So by applying triangle law of vector addition to triangle. Which triangle it is? ACD. So we get AD is equals to AC plus CD. AD is equals to AC plus CD. So this can be written as what? So we know AC as A plus B. And CD is what? CD is C vector. So you have A plus B plus C. So this we again got by applying the triangle law of vector addition. Now let us join the line AE. So this we got as A plus B plus C. So this is A plus B plus C. Now we have to find AE. So AE will be equals to AD plus ED. We get what? AE is equals to AD plus DE. So AD is what? A plus B plus C. So A plus B plus C, which is again added by the side DE. DE is the vector D. So from this we got the AE. AE is vector A plus vector B plus vector C plus vector D. So vectors are denoted by drawing the arrow mark on their head. Finally, you have completed all these vectors. Now it's time to find AF vector. AF vector is a resultant vector. Again, in triangle AEF, you have to apply the triangle law of vector addition and you have to find what is AF. So let us apply the triangle law of vectors addition on triangle AEF. So by applying triangle law of vectors addition to triangle AEF. So we get what? AF is equals to AE plus EF. So that can be written as A plus B plus C plus D plus E. So this AF is what? AF is R. So now R, resultant vector, is given as vector A plus B plus C plus D plus E. So this proves the polygon law of vectors addition. So to do the polygon law of vectors addition, what we'll do, we'll order or we will arrange all the vectors in a specific order to the sides of the polygon, and the last side which is left will be considered as the resultant side. So to get the resultant vector, we have to draw the resultant vector on the side of the polygon. Then by considering the different triangles, we end up getting the resultant vectors. This is the polygon law of vectors addition. So the statement here states that this law states that if a number of vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction by the sides of a polygon taken in the same order, then the resultant vector is represented in magnitude and direction by closing side of the polygon. So this is the closing side of a polygon, so which is taken in the opposite order. So here if you observe, the resultant vector is in opposite direction to the direction of all the vectors. So this is not exactly opposite, but the order of this resultant vector is opposite. So now you have started from here. So this should end like this, but the resultant is in this direction. So that is in opposite direction. So this is the polygon law of vectors addition. This law is again an important law. So try to understand all the three laws of vectors addition. The first one was triangle law of vectors addition. Second one was parallelogram law of vectors addition. And the third here is polygon law of vectors addition. All three laws are important. Try to understand them as clear as possible. So they are not that difficult. So if you understand the vector diagram, then you can easily find or you can easily prove the laws. So here comes the end of the polygon law of vectors addition. So the next concept is properties of vectors addition. So you have seen the properties like commutative property, associative property and distributive property in your earlier classes in your high school section. Now we are using these properties to explain the properties of the vectors addition. So this question can be asked as the state the properties of vector addition. So to understand how the vectors are added, there are basically three properties. So first is vector addition is commutative, second is vectors addition is associative, and the third is vectors addition is distributive. So which are those? The first is So here it says that vectors addition is commutative. So what is commutative law? A plus b is equals to b plus a. So if you write vector a plus vector b, then this should be equals to vector b plus vector a. So this is what the commutative property says. So now to understand this, let us consider two vectors vector a and vector b. So you have two vectors. Let's suppose this is vector a and this is vector b. So let us give the naming. This is O, this is A, and this is C. Now if you draw the parallel line to the vector B, then you will get this, and if you draw the parallel line to the vector A, then you will get this line. So this is in this direction and this is in this direction. So OA, B, C. For this, how will you draw the resultant? Resultant will be the diagonal of the parallelogram. Now in this diagram, let us not consider the parallelogram. Let us consider the part of the parallelogram, that is triangle, which is here. So here you have triangle OAB. So according to the triangle law of vector addition, OA or OB. OB can be written as what? OA plus AB. So OA, you know, it is vector A. What is AB? AB is vector B. So this is vector B and this is vector A. So AB is vector B. So OB is what? Resultant vector. So resultant vector here is what? Vector A plus vector B. Now again apply the triangle law of vectors addition to triangle OCB. This is for triangle OAB and for triangle OCB. So by applying triangle law of vectors addition, so you get what? OB is equals to OC plus CB. So that is OB is equals to OC plus CB. So you know the OC is vector B plus CB is what? Vector A. So this again gives you what? Resultant vector. So that is again in the direction of the first R that we have got. So from this and this, so let us call this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. So from equation number 1 and 2, we can tell that A plus B is equals to B plus A. So this here holds the commutative property, and this is known as commutative law of vectors addition. So this is commutative law of vectors addition. So what we have done, so there are basically three properties of vectors addition. So in that, first we have considered the commutative law. To understand commutative law, we have considered two vectors, vector A and vector B. So these two vectors are drawn to the sides of the parallelogram. OA forms the vector A and OC forms the vector B. So the vector which is parallel to A is drawn here, and the vector which is parallel to B is drawn here. So now overall OABC is a parallelogram. So in the last class we have learned that the diagonal of a parallelogram gives the resultant vector. So this line which is drawn from O to B is a diagonal of a parallelogram. Now considering the triangle OAB, you get R is equals to A plus B. So that we got by applying the triangle law of vectors addition. Then later we have considered the another part of the parallelogram, that is OCB. So this is the second triangle. So from second triangle we got OB is equals to OC plus CB. So the resultant vector for this OB and CB is again R, but that R is equals to vector B plus vector A. But if you equate the equation 1 and equation 2, then you will get A plus B is equals to B plus A. So this is the commutative law of vectors addition. So next, let us understand vectors addition is associative. So next you have, next is vectors addition is associative. So first we saw the commutative law, now it is associative. So let us understand what is vectors addition is associative. So associative law can be written as A plus B plus C, which is equals to A plus B plus C. So this is the associative law. So to find this associative law, we need to have the three vectors. Let's suppose this is vector A and vector B and vector C. So you have three vectors which are arranged in a particular order. So this is vector A, vector B, vector C. So you have three vectors. Consider three vectors, vector A, B and C. So let us give the naming O, A, B, C. So to get the resultant, what we'll do? We'll draw the line from O to C. In the figure, vector A is OA, vector B is AB, vector C is BC and last vector is OC. So according to the triangle law of vectors addition, so if you draw the line here, so if you consider the triangle OAB and if you apply the triangle law, then what you will get? OB is equals to OA plus AB. So this is equals to what? Vector A plus vector B. So this here is vector A plus vector B. Now the resultant of A plus B and C is given by. So you have vector A plus B and C. So the resultant of this vector can be given as, so again you have to consider a triangle OBC and then you have to apply the triangle law. So now from this triangle OC will be equals to what? OB plus BC. So this can be written as OB is what? A plus B and BC is what? C vector. So let us call this as equation number 1. So OC is equals to A plus B plus C. So you got this as A plus B plus C. So now the resultant of B and C will be what? Vector B and vector C. So to get the resultant of B and C, we have to draw another line in a diagram. So here you have vector B and vector C. The resultant of this vectors will be this. So this vector is a resultant vector of vector B and vector C. So now let us consider this triangle ABC and find what is AC. So AC will be what? B plus C. So this we have wrote again by using the triangle law of vectors addition. So now we have to find the resultant of vector A and vector B plus C. So which can be given by the vector OC. So here you have vector B plus C and this is A plus B. So now you have to find the resultant vector of A and B plus C. So to get the resultant of OA and OC vectors, you have to find this vector. So this vector is OC vector. OC vector will be what? OA plus AC. OA plus AC, and this can be written as OA is vector A plus AC is what? Vector B plus vector C. So let us call this as equation number 2. So you have equation, so from equation 1 and 2 you can write A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. So this proves the associative law of vectors addition. So you found the associative law and the commutative law for the vectors addition. So the third law which you have is the distributive law. So the distributive law will be what? So if you have the real number lambda, if you multiply this to the vectors A plus B, then you will get what? Lambda A plus lambda B. So try to prove this by your own. So vectors addition is distributive. So if you have the real number which is multiplied to the resultant vector of A and B, then the individual vectors will also get multiplied by the real number. So this is distributive law of vectors addition. So basically we saw 3 vectors addition or the 3 properties of vectors addition. The first one is vectors addition is commutative, second is vectors addition is associative, and the third one is vectors addition is distributive. So to find the properties, we have drawn the diagram when we have applied the triangle law of vectors addition to the triangles which we have obtained in the diagram. So before coming to the properties of vectors addition, you have to be thorough with the triangle of vectors addition. So try to understand the three laws, that is triangle law, parallelogram law and the law of vectors addition.